I want to fuck Beyonce and Rihanna. We'll see which one of those things happen first.
All right, back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. The Keyboard Warriors are back for the Cageside Prez. I'm at the Lost Fred Kirby doing the damn thing on a Monday. We're gonna try to make this thing a Monday now. We're gonna try to make it every Monday so we can get back on this shit. So I can stop saying that we're back. Fuck it. Plenty gone down here in the MMA world. UFC 314 coming on this week. Jay Anderson there for Cageside Prez. PFL going down this week as well. Brett Cagle there for us. And then I think we have someone at LFA. We're busy. We're everywhere. We're fucking everywhere. But back at it again, Fred. Fucking MMA world's wild again. At all times, really. But starting off with this UFC 314 card, just real quick. Main event, featherweight title on the line. Diego Lopez, Alexander Volkanovski. Nobody seems sure who the fuck's going to win this shit, right? Because it's either Volkanovski with the experience and also the grit and all that, or Diego Lopez, the new hotness. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, listen, I don't know. I don't really want to make a prediction, but I'll tell you what I don't want to happen. What I don't want to happen is see Alexander Volkanovski win. And I'll tell you why. Nothing personal against Volkanovski. I like Volkanovski, but it just feels like it's going to sort of cheapen the fucking belt for all of me. Mm-hmm. I hate when a guy gives the belt back and then fucks off to the other weight division. Yeah. And then, like, if Volkanovski wins, am I the only cunt in the room that's going to be like, eh? The only reason you're fucking champ is because the guy that starched you gave the belt back and fucked off. If Diego wins, at least we can sort of begin the debate. Oh, maybe Illy should come back. Maybe he wouldn't have beat Diego. What would have happened if they would have fought? If Volkanovski wins, and I don't mean to seem like I'm shading Volkanovski. He's a fucking future Hall of Famer already as it is. Mm-hmm. But he just got knocked out by fucking Illy. Illy leaves, and now if he gets the belt back again, it just, for all of me, makes it seem a little illegitimate. It just takes a little fucking shine away from the belt if the guy that wins it only has it because the dude that beat him fucking gave it back.
So my problem with Volkanovski, I'm in the same boat, right? But it's not just about guys leaving, because that's what he's gonna do, probably. He ain't gonna stay 145, really. I just want to move it forward. I don't like the same old shit over and over again, right? Like Diego Lopez takes over. I'm curious to see if he's able to have any kind of length in terms of being a champion. Kid is ultra talented everywhere, right? And if he wins it, there's plenty of opponents for him. So either way, it's I don't know. I just what I don't want to see is Volkanovski get knocked the fuck out, and then like just have him like go off into the sunset in the most depressing way.
You know, that's kind of exactly what I want to see. All due respect, it's fucking time. You had a good fucking run. It is what it is. And I tell you what, fuck it. I'm not going to do this thing either while I just sit my fat ass on the fucking fence and go, oh, well, what I don't want to see, I think Diego Lopez is going to win. I think Volk is getting a little old. I think eventually all those wars and all those shots start to fucking take their toll. Anytime you get knocked out or concussed, it matters. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he ends up getting knocked out by Diego Lopez because, like, you know, Diego does this sort of thing. Now, that being said, if I can cut myself a little bit of leeway here, I will say this is definitely – I see this as one of those fights where the longer it goes, the more it favors Volkanovski. But that first round or two, I think it's going to be, you know, Diego packed some serious fucking dynamite in those fucking limbs, Jack. So I think Volkanovski has to be very careful for the first 2 or 3 rounds. Into that 4th or 5th round, I think he'll be just fine. But the first few rounds, Jack, Diego Lopez is going to be very dangerous in this fight.
Yeah, no, I think ultimately, I think like the age difference, I don't know how much the age difference is really doesn't really say, but I just think Diego's just newer, younger. I don't know how to put it. You know what I mean? But he's on a fucking roll. So
listen. There's 2 fucking ages in combat sports. Make no mistake about it. There's the age, there's your birth age, and there's your fucking fighting age. Okay? Yeah. These cocksuckers, I don't even know how old they are. They might be similar in birth age, but they're not the fucking same in fight age. What the fuck? Volkanovski's had way more high-end fights against high-end fighters that fucking impact more fucking damage on their fucking opponent. That's another thing. Just because we both have had 20 fights does not mean shit. If I've been fighting guys like Islam Makhachev and fucking whatever, if I've been fighting the cream of the crop for the last 3 years, and you were on the fucking Contender Series 3 years ago, all due fucking respect, you probably got a little less brain damage than me.
All right, last 5 opponents for Lopez: Brandon Ortega, Danny Ige, Sodiq Yusuff, Pat Sabatini, and Gavin Tucker. Last 5 for Alexander Volkanovski: Ilya Topuria, Islam Makhachev, Yair Rodriguez, Islam again, or the first time, and then Max Holloway. And
I mean, what are we doing here? This is exactly, this is what I'm saying. So it doesn't mean that Volk is fucked yet or over the hill yet, but I think it's safe to say that he's probably got a few more miles on the fucking tank than Diego as far as his chin goes.
Quite a few. Santiago, how you doing, man? Prime Volk was a beast. I'm not sure he's that beast anymore. I don't think he is.
That's pretty much, that's the long and short of it. But we will find out. We will see if he's got any of that beast left in him. But I think I agree with that. That's the long and short of it.
Yeah. No. I just think it's dumb for him and everything. I think it's just gonna be the crowning for Diego Lopez. So we'll see how it goes here. Co-main event: Michael Chandler's cheating ass taking on Paddy Pimblett. I see cheating ass because I think Paddy Pimblett brought up the fish hook and all the weird shit that Michael Chandler doesn't fight. Michael Chandler comes out like, "Oh, it's kind of a tough narrative for me, man. Because shit happens in a fight, man. Shit happens in a fight." And I'm sitting there going like, "We ain't seen fish hooks since then, bro. What are you talking about? Happens in a fight? Like, come on, dude. What the fuck are we doing?" So this is again, Michael Chandler has won two fights in the UFC, and one of them is Tony fucking Ferguson. God damn it. And Paddy Pimblett again. New hotness, right? New, just pushing through everything, and all the moments in the world, the new shiny toy, the new Ferrari in the garage. That being said, I could see Michael Chandler doing something crazy and knocking him out, man. I honestly think Pimblett's gonna win, but I wouldn't want to put it past Michael Chandler to throw some ridiculous overhand right and catch it, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, this fight, in my opinion, very similarly mirrors the main event. Up and coming talent versus grizzly veteran who may very well be past his expired date. I tell you what, though, in this one, I'm leaning Chandler. I like Paddy. I hope Paddy wins for my personal preference on the sport. I love a cocksucker who has a nation behind him. I love the idea of a guy or girl that they can take to a certain part of the world and sell out arenas, and the cocksuckers get to doing their own personal fucking home chants and shit. The fucking ole, ole, ole pricks in the whole most of it. I fucking love that shit. So I hope he fucking wins. I hope he wins impressively. But I've got my doubts. Being able to take down fucking Bobby King Green and get a choke out on him is a little different than Michael Chandler. All fucking due respect. What the fuck? Yes. Does Chandler cheat? Yes. Is he a pretty unlikable guy? You betcha. But he is a tough son of a bitch. And he's not exactly an inexperienced grappler. I would say Paddy Pimblett's grappling is probably better. His jiu-jitsu is certainly probably better. But do I think he's going to be able to just have his way and tap Chandler out easily? Not necessarily. Now, I don't know. Maybe he's a little better than I'm giving him credit for. He doesn't exactly fucking give prime Damian Maia for all of me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not giving him the credit he deserves, but I don't think that if the fight hits the ground, Chandler is in immediate serious danger. You remember guys like Frank Mir and Nogueira and Damian Maia, guys that, like, if the fucking fight hit the ground, you're like, oh shit, they're in fucking deep shit. I don't give a fuck if he's on the bottom, the top, the side. If the fucking fight hits the ground, you're fucked. I don't know if that's necessary. Now, with certain guys, I think that's the case with Paddy. I think Chandler can handle himself enough on the ground where he's not fucked if the fight hits the ground. Conversely, while they're on the feet, Paddy's in a fucking world of shit for all of me.
Oh, yeah.
Is Chandler the cleanest striker in the world? No. There is a reason why they call the cute little small cocksucker Iron Mike Chandler. All right? That's not ironic. That's because the little motherfucker hits hard, Jack. Now, Paddy Pimblett is good at a lot of things. In my fucking opinion, he gets touched in the face a little bit too much for my liking if you're fighting a fucking guy like Michael Chandler. So I think eventually Mike touches Paddy. The problem is Mike is not whoever the fuck those guys you named off that fucking Paddy beat. I mean, if Chandler touches Patty Pimblett in the first round or two, Patty Pimblett's going to fucking sleep, Jack. Now, Chandler is another one who has got a lot of fucking miles on the tank as far as fucking MMA goes, as far as his fight career goes. So maybe this is the fight where he just completely shows his age, shits the bed, and just gets taken down and choked out. I tend to think he'll be able to handle himself enough on the ground to get the fight on the feet where Patty's in deep fucking trouble, in my opinion, with somebody like Chandler.
That's the thing about Chandler, and I completely forgot that Patty gets hit quite a bit.
He gets touched, man.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that against Mike for sure. But actually, I wanted to put this other one up. Here's the thing about Michael Chandler that bothers me the most, and not that it bothers me because he doesn't really bother me, but every time he talks, it bugs the fuck out of me. So this is the quote about the cheating thing, right? He goes, quote, "The narrative is tough." He's just MMA fighting. He goes, quote, "The narrative is tough. People don't really know me. Unless you're in my inner circle, you don't know who I truly am. People have the sneaky suspicions that I play nice in front of the camera and I'm a bad guy behind the camera. You're always going to have those accusations, right? But I know who I am. I know who I am at my core. I'm a guy who tries to do things, tries to treat people right, do things with honor and respect. So the cheating narrative is a little tough for me, but also it's all part of court of a public opinion." I'm so sick of fucking Michael Chandler talking, dog. Like, I'm done with Michael Chandler. Like, if he never talks again, I'll be happy. Just fight, dog. Like, I'm done. Because it's just the constant fucking pandering and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. I get it. I see why people get annoyed with Michael Chandler. I do. But you know what? I gotta say, I fuck with Patty. They asked Patty about it. I forget where they asked him about it. They asked him about it, and basically he was just like, "Fuck it, lad. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying." I'll bite the cocksucker. So you know what? I kind of got the same viewpoint. And listen, if you wanted to take, would it be morally a shitty thing to do to actively cheat in MMA? Yeah. Would it pay homage to the Bushido honor that we all sort of vaguely guise ourselves in the attempt that we're fucking achieving here? Absolutely. But at the end of the fucking day, if you really can figure in how bad you want to win this fight and what the consequences are, and now this is a whole different discussion to be had completely, but at the end of the day, they don't really penalize you in MMA for cheating, right? Yeah. You can pretty much get away with one poke in the eye and one kick to the nuts every fight, and they're not going to take a point away. Basically, you get one free one where they're just going to give you a warning, which is essentially a fucking jerk off. It's a nothing. So really, if you don't believe in God or honor or fucking morality, if I was an MMA fighter, I'd kick you right in the fucking nuts, and then I'd poke you right in the fucking eyeball, and then we can start the fight. Because fuck it, I still ain't losing the point. Now you're fucking working on low oxygen. You can't see all that good. Now let's fucking squabble.
There you go. Speaking of believing in God and all kinds of stuff, allegedly Bryce Mitchell, John Silva. Bryce Mitchell out here talking about, that he's dating a demon or a witch, and she ended up being a demon. Like, what in the fuck is going on with Bryce Mitchell, man?
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how the fuck he's getting licensed to fight.
Yeah.
I ain't lying. This motherfucker says some of the wildest, craziest shit. I think he needs to be fucking mentally fucking seen to. I ain't bullshitting, Jack. First off, the flat earth thing alone. I don't want to get too caught up on a fucking tangent here, man.
Yeah.
And I don't want to exclude any of the fucking new fans that might be coming on.
Yeah.
But if you believe that the earth is flat and you actually fucking believe that, man, you really believe it, you're a fucking idiot. I mean, a fucking dumbass of the highest accord. I am a burnt out stoner, jerk off ass fuck loser who dropped out in the 10th grade, and even I'm fucking smart enough to figure out that the cocksucking world is fucking round. First off, you fucking jerk off weirdos, why would they lie to us? I mean, who even gives a fuck whether it's flat or round? If it was flat, they just tell you it was flat. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, NASA made up all the thing to lie to you, Bryce Mitchell, you fucking maniac. And then he's got the balls to be like, John Silva with the fucking demons. Let me tell you something, Bryce. You better just worry about his fucking right hand and his left hand and that fucking knee, and stop talking about God and fucking Jesus and demons and all that weird bullshit. Because what happened with fucking what the fuck's the dude? That's the one. What happened with fucking Josh Emmett is going to indubitably happen again. And for the fucking most part, we're all going to be singing praises. Fucking, but you, Bryce, better wake up because, okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's slow down. All jokes aside, I think that fucking knockout that he took to fucking Emmett. Now, clearly, he's probably been privy to having some of these ideas before all that. Yeah. I think that fucking vicious knockout knocked something a little bit unloose with him. And I'm not doing a fucking bit. I'm being dead ass because some of the shit he's saying now, that shit is fucking crazy. I mean, again, all jokes aside, he's fucking said some weird, wild, wacky shit about demons and dreams. And, women are coming to me. Yeah, Bryce, because you're a fucking normal boy, you maniac. Of course, fucking hot girls blow me in my dreams constantly. Bitches I could never fuck blow me in my dreams. That's why they're my fucking dreams, you maniac.
It's just so strange the way he's like he's done about like Josh Emmett hit him and this dude went to the fucking shadow and never came back.
You ain't lying, Jack. Bryce Mitchell has been fucking on one. All that being said, great fucking fight. John Silva needs a little bit of fucking feast. Unless he lets Bryce Mitchell take him down, this is his fight to fucking win. And Lord knows we're all fucking counting on him to fucking put Bryce to sleep and send his funny ass the fuck out of the UFC because, and don't even get me started on the Hitler and the Jew shit. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Again, it shouldn't surprise us that the prick that thinks that the world is flat also thought that fucking Hitler had a good fucking plan for something or whatever the fuck kind of goofy, crazy shit he fucking said. I mean, what a fucking goddamn maniac, man.
It's just so weird. Like I'm just like, where's this shit? Like now, here's the thing. Before I could give a shit about for example, talking to Bryce Mitchell, right? Like trying to figure him out. And he said all this stuff, and I'm sitting here like, no, I want to talk to Bryce Mitchell. I just want to ask him, what happened to you? Like, just who didn't hug you? Did something happen? Did anything happen at all? Is it CTE? Is it what is it? What's going on?
You know my problem with people like Bryce Mitchell though. Yeah. Like why I wouldn't really probably enjoy to talk to him because not only do these guys have these fucking just absurd, crazy ideas, but and you'll notice this. No, remember what I'm saying. Every time you come across one of these motherfuckers, they are the most confident speakers you've ever met. I mean, they say this shit like there's no way they're wrong. I mean, indubitably, the world is flat. Indubitably, there were demon whores getting hit. Like, he doesn't speak to this like fucking maybe something's going on or maybe my CTE is acting up. He's fucking for sure that John Silva is sending the fucking demons at him. And it's like, that's what annoys me about people like this. Like, he's not curious that maybe the world is flat. He's fucking certain of it. It's like, fucking people are nuts, Jack.
Here's the thing about it too, though. Is I was telling people because we see, for example, and this is a little bit off topic, but still, I always tell people about if you want to be a politician, it's not that hard. Just whatever you say it loud, say it like you believe it, say it confidently, and people will fucking believe you. And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely." Like now, I mean, let's say there's a lot of these motherfuckers out here right now that are not that got jobs in office. They didn't even get elected; they just got jobs in office. And now, like half of them are taking half the shit they were saying back. And so it's stupidity. It's stupidity left and right. But either way, like I think Bryce is like just maybe I do think Josh Emmett fucked him up. But either way, and then just real quick on Patricia Pitbull. I'm not gonna go over the whole fucking card. Patricia Pitbull making his UFC debut against Jair Rodriguez. What do you expect out of Pitbull here?
A good fight. I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to say how much tread he has left on the tires. I mean, he's probably the greatest fighter in Bellator history, the most accomplished. It's just a bummer, man. If this was 3 years ago, 5 years ago, I'd be elated about it. But I mean, I'm excited. I guess we'll see exactly. I mean, look, they're throwing him right into the fire, so we'll see. I'm super excited to see how he does. They're giving him Yair. So look, sink or swim, Jack. We about to find out real fucking quick whether you belong here or where you're going to be in the pecking order. But all things being equal, this is a fucking fantastic addition to the UFC roster. I mean, listen, fucking 45 is already fucking a pretty lit fucking weight division at the moment, even with Illy fucking off on them. But great addition to the weight class, and we're going to find out real quick, fast, and in a hurry exactly where he's going to stand in this fucking featherweight division in the UFC, which I fucking love. So all things being equal, I love this fucking fight. I have no idea what to expect from Patricio, though.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know whether he's going to do good or whether he's just going to get fucking thunderstruck. And again, the problem is Yair's so goddamn good. Patricio could look good and still fuck around and get beat by Yair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to fucking just wait and see how this fight plays out and see exactly how Patricio looks against Yair, who may not be in his prime, but he's still somewhere around there, Jack.
And if people wins this thing, he needs to fucking move because he's not a spring chicken. I think he's north of 40. I want to say right north of 40. Am I wrong? 37. He's close enough. Okay. 37 years
but
old.
Again, MMA years. MMA
Yeah,
years. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So he might as well be 41. Yeah. So yeah, he whatever
That's
he's
right.
doing,
That's right.
whatever he's gonna do in UFC, he's gotta fucking do it right now. Get it moving. Fucking Rick Allen. What's up, dude? Weirdo. Yeah. Hey, Prez, let's call it CTE. People drink the Kool-Aid. That's the thing. The Kool-Aid's yummy. That's the problem. So is what it is. All right. Just very quickly through the rest of the card. We got Nikita Krylov and Dominic Reyes opening up the main card. Dan Egan, Sean Woodson as your featured prelim. Yan Xiaonan versus Brenda Jandaroba. Winner, this is getting a title shot next. That's just what's happening. Jim Miller against Chase Hooper.
Oh, yeah,
Jim Miller. Jim fucking Miller's still goddamn doing it. It's fucking crazy. Darren Elkins with the worst tattoo ever. Just a motherfucker, dude. Against Julian Rosa. This fight is sneaky right here. So Sadiq Dumas against Michael Alphabet, I call him, because Michael's, or Macau, whatever you call him, he's a fucking psycho. Sumu Dariji against Mace Raposo. Trishan Gore against Mark Tulio. Marco Tulio's a dog, too. I love watching that dude fight. And, of course, kicked off by Nora Cornell and Halen Cowan on pay-per-view, UFC Fight Pass. UFC, should be UFC Fight Pass, ESPN Plus. This Saturday night, we'll have Jay Anderson. They were there for Cageside Press. So we'll have all kinds of shit for y'all this whole week. I'm not sleeping much this week because we also got Brett Cagle over at PFL this weekend. Not much to talk about that card because it's PFL. So, but to add insult to injury, they lost Tyler Santos in the main event. So now she's out. Just announced here about 30 minutes ago by PFL. She's out, replaced by, if I can get the name right, 1 second here. I think it's Katerina Shakovat. Yeah, Katerina Shakalova is now facing Juliana Velasquez, I guess, in the main event. I don't know. But PFL doing PFL. PFL having PFL luck. It's not even Bellator luck anymore. It's fucking PFL luck.
Yeah.
But either way. What do you think of this whole thing with Connie Mack talking about he wants to be president of Ireland?
Well, I mean, to quote a great man on the fucking beginning of this podcast, I'd like to fuck Beyonce and Rihanna. And we'll see how all this goes. I mean, listen, I don't even want to say that I like Conor. I don't know, man. So much crazy shit's going on with Conor. I was a fan of Conor's for a while, and I wouldn't say that I've jumped the ship on him, but it's just so much drama and shit. And look, no, he's not going to be the president. I seen some shit, excuse me, where Brendan Schaub was talking about fucking, you gotta look at Trump and what Trump's done, and people talking about. But listen, Jack, as much bullshit as we could talk about Donald Trump and Conor McGregor ain't a bit more the same person than the man in the moon.
Yeah.
Like Donald Trump was an unlikely person to become president of the United States, but still had always sort of been a political type character, was always a billionaire type character, always had those type of connections. Conor's a little poor ass Irish boy from the hood who made a couple $100 million fighting. He's not gonna be the fucking. I don't even know what we're talking. You know what I mean? Like, bro, Conor needs to worry about getting back in the octagon, getting some money. And I mean this, like, all bullshit aside, he needs to fight because that's where he makes his money. He might have made some money selling liquor, but that boat's sailed now. He only made all that money on Proper 12 because he was at the peak of his fucking career when he bought it. That whiskey tasted like dog shit. I mean, listen, I had some Proper 12 one time, and I wouldn't fucking feed that to a fucking goddamn it dog. What the fuck? It was disgusting. So, it wasn't because he had tasty fucking whiskey. What the fuck? He was at the peak of his time. He gets his shit from fighting. And if he really wants to fucking help his Irish people, first off, stop acting like a fucking dick in public because it's making the whole country hate you. B, Be more realistic, dude. If you feel like the Irish government is doing this bullshit and so on and so forth, run for mayor of the town you grew up in or something, man. Try to get on the city council. Try to make something. Prove that you can be that person. This idea that you're just gonna go be the president, bro. What the fuck? And again, shut the fuck up with the Donald Trump compare. I don't give a fuck what Donald Trump did. That was a 1 in a billion type situation. What the fuck? Conor McGregor is not like the Donald Trump shit was wild, but fucking Conor McGregor is not gonna be the goddamn president of Ireland, boys. Like we can fucking just stop it right fucking there. That's not fucking happening. Like I said, he'll be lucky to be mayor of the fucking city he grew up in.
Sorry, real quick, just because it caught my attention. Brock, this is tramp stamp is one of the worst tattoos. I forgot all about that. Let me find it for you. Here's his tramp stamp. Kill 'em all. In case you think you don't think it's real. Here you go. Kill 'em all. I guess John Cena. There you go.
That was a bad one.
It's bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. He's got money to fucking get it taken out. So he isn't qualified to be the president of Proper 12. He's not.
I gotta say. I gotta say, if when you're as big as Brock Lesnar, you can sort of have a goofy tramp stamp. I mean, it's not a whole lot of motherfuckers who can call you a sissy.
Yeah. And get away with it. Fuck me.
Right.
Yeah. So all right. So as far as Conor McGregor goes, it's funny that the president says he isn't qualified to be the president of Proper 12 because that whole thing when he was found liable, right, for sexual assault. They were like, fucking kick rocks, but we don't need you. They got rid of him. So, and that used to be his company. He started, him and Artem allegedly, but still, he started that whole shit. So, yeah. The thing with him that made me laugh and made me realize he's not as big of a star as he used to be, anywhere near it anymore. He tried like a week ago. He tried to start up a fucking crypto coin. He had investors. He had all this kind of shit. Launched it. Maybe 600 people bought in, which is nothing. You can't even do you can't even scam people like that. You can't do a pump and up or nothing, which I'm assuming that's what was going to happen. Okay. And he fucking, cut it, ended it, returned all the investors' money back and bailed. He used to be able to make things happen with just his popularity. I didn't realize he has a fucking record label and he has like a chick singing group, right? I've never even heard of these girls at all. Like, I'm not sure what he's trying to do. But either way,
Conor McGregor is going to go down as one of these tragic, cautionary tales of the fight game. I mean, he made so much money and did so well. And I mean, you want to talk about just one of the most crazy fall from graces that you've ever fucking seen with all the money he made from all the different legal troubles to now. Bro, listen, mark my words. He's going to end up broke, dead, or in jail.
Damn.
And that's crazy to think of with all the money he had. But listen, dude, bro, you can't be fucking starting record labels. And again, the Proper 12 shit worked for him and he made some money there. But all these other things, and dude, the yachts, the cars, the houses, dog, all that shit costs so much money in taxes to upkeep and maintenance to upkeep. Like, he ain't making all that money no more. Like, he only fought Floyd Mayweather one time, bro. Like, and if and when he does fight again, he's only going to get so much money, bro. Like, and again, like all the movie deals and all that, he's not a good actor. Like, he's not really a great businessman. Otherwise, like, you lose all that money, all those fucking cars and clothes and watches and shit, bro. That's all money that's just gone, dog. Any fucking sports car you buy, the moment you drive that bitch off the lot, it decreases in value. Like, always. All the yachts, all that. Who the fuck's gonna buy $100 million yacht off you when you do need to sell it? You think anybody gives you what that's worth? There are people in the world who make their money off of waiting on people like Conor to need to sell that shit. It's like, okay, so you paid $100 million or you paid $50 million for this Ferrari yacht. Now you in a bad way. We'll give you $9 million. I paid $50 million. You need the $9 million or not, bro? And when you hurt bad enough, boom, you flip that bitch over right for that $9 million. And that's how a lot of people get that money because they wait. Like, you ain't getting nowhere near what that was worth, bro. You ain't for
No,
maybe a few of those things will hold their value, but most of this shit, he's just fucking his shit up majorly. And now it's like, I want to run to be president. Yeah, bro. You understand how much fucking money that cost? Again, like, hey, shout out to fucking Donald T. Like, I don't think a lot of y'all understand like how expensive this shit is. Like, no, Conor, you ain't a billionaire, and you sure as fuck ain't able to generate another billion if you burn the billy you got. Like, no,
and on top of it, it seems like the Irish hate him now. So I don't know who's gonna vote for you, dog. But
and to beat everything, but your whole nation's turned against you now. What the fuck? Like, or at least the majority of them.
Who knew that an entire country could be like, yeah, man, we absolutely love that guy making us look like assholes. That's fucking awesome. Who knew that was gonna fucking bite him in the ass? So anyway, Exhibit is one of Exhibit signed. Oh well, fuck. At least they got one semi-established guy, and then the lawsuit behind him.
No, that Exhibit from the fucking Pimp My Ride show.
He had a couple good albums. Come on.
Yeah. Back when I was still fucking jerking my dick to fucking internet that sounded like your phone dialing up. Jesus Christ almighty. Fucking Exhibit hasn't had a hit. Oh my God. This is exactly what I mean. Conor, you better wait. Just look, man. Conor, find me and sign me. I'm untapped talent, baby. I'm ready to go. I'll fucking turn you around. We'll turn the whole fucking ship around. You signing Exhibit is no fucking bueno.
Yeah, no,
Jesus Christ. Exhibit, the rapper? What the fuck? Jesus Christ almighty, Conor. I know Europe is a little late to the cool shit that we do in America, but Exhibit ain't been fucking quote unquote cool in like 30 fucking years, my boy.
That's a good point, man. I didn't think about that. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Shout out to my brother Bill Walker, MMA on the Rocks, and Rush Hour Fight Club. Appreciate you guys tuning in for a little bit. Yeah, dude, it's fucking insanity. What'd you think of the whole thing with Cain? So Cain, obviously Cain Velasquez, we know what happened with him. You know, the what allegedly happened to his son. I'm gonna say allegedly because the other dude still has to go to trial in June. So goes after him, 11-mile fucking car chase, fires at him, hits the father, the stepfather, and then gets arrested, charged, pleads no contest. The government is asking for 30 years. Okay, he got 5 with time served, which is I think roughly like 3 years, maybe a little over 3 years, and then he might get out early due to good behavior. So we're looking at maybe like a year and change in prison. End of the day, what do you think of the result of that whole trial?
End of the day, fucking ecstatic, right? Ideally, in a picture perfect world, he doesn't do a day, but that was never going to happen. And to be fair, he got fucking nuts. He did put other people's lives in danger that didn't have nothing to do with the situation. And obviously, let's just fucking say that as somebody who has children, I fucking completely understand what he did, why he did it, and I fucking agree with it. I think it was the right thing. Okay, wait a minute. I don't think it was the right thing to do it in public like that, but I understand why he did. It's not like you're exactly making the most fucking calculated decision in that sort of moment. So the fact that they didn't get stupid, give him 30 years, they gave him 5 years time served. It feels like everybody in this case, including the judge, felt just like all of us. And they're like, listen, bro, this is the least that we can give you because you did get a little wild in public with a fucking pistol. Like, we got to give you a little something. But fuck, man, 5 years time served. You got 3 in. You do a little bit of change, good time. You're fucking home in like 9 months, maybe, bro. Like, this is probably, no, fuck it. Fuck probably. This is best case scenario for what could happen. He was never just going to get everything dropped because there was certain shit that he just did. At a certain point, it doesn't matter what your justification is. If you put other people's lives in danger in any way, shape, or form, even if we all understand why, you got to pay a little bit. And Cain knew that. Cain even said, like, I understand. I think I think it went good, man. Again, ideally, Cain would have killed that cocksucker, and he wouldn't have to fucking do no time. But you know, we live in a fucking a lawful society, so certain things just have to be fucking followed and addressed. I think this was the best case scenario for what was actually realistically fucking possible for this situation.
Yeah, no. Honestly, he got lucky. Like, end of the day, California doesn't
Yeah.
fucking play that shit. They don't give a fuck. California is such a weird spot legally that even their own residents don't understand the laws, right? But it seems to be the kind of place that you're damned if you do and damned if you don't with the fucking cops. Like, you defend yourself, you fuck. You don't defend yourself, you're dead. Like, it's the weirdest shit. In his case, like, yeah, shouldn't have done what he did.
So
But it's one of those things like he should have done what he did. But I understand.
so now let me just add a little color to the story and the future prospects of all this, if you will. So Cain did get a little time, and we all understand the situation. Now, here's the fucking good news, right? The good news is the cocksucker that was accused of doing those things to Cain's child will now be going to fucking court himself for those fucking accusations. And if there's any fucking justice in the goddamn universe, he will be going to prison too. But where the story gets interesting is, whereas when our boy Cain went to prison for fucking shooting a suspected child molester of his young child, and he's also Cain fucking Velasquez. Needless to say, he's not exactly getting his fucking cookies taken in there. Quite frankly, I'm sure they're probably giving him a fucking hero's welcome while he's there. But the cute cocksucker that gets sent to prison after Cain gets out for molesting his child, safe to say, he's probably going to get his hole rammed and his ass fucked and his cookies taken for the rest of his entire natural life until somebody probably just says fuck it and kills him in there. Because, I mean, they're in the same area, right? So, like, if this dude goes to the joint, he's probably going to be at the same fucking joint that Cain's at, or at least fucking somewhere close.
Yeah.
And again, Cain's probably doing just fine in jail, and he's probably making friends. And I'm sure he's probably like, listen, boys, I'm going to go home, and eventually this cocksucker is going to come through these walls. And when he does, big fucking bank Hank for whoever puts their paws on. And to be fair, listen, at the end of the day, one thing you got to give fucking criminals in prison, the cocksuckers have this weird morality about them. They do not like child molesters, period. So if you're a famous child molester for a fucking badass vato that just came and did time fucking there, yeah, you are fucked. You better pray to God they put you in solitary confinement, or your life is worth fuck all when you get to the penitentiary, son.
I'm telling you right now, if they put that dude in fucking gem pop, he's fucked.
No, it's a wrap.
There's
It's
no
a
way.
wrap. And it'll be like right when Cain's leaving and shit. Like they're all gonna know that he's the dude that fucking did that. And if he goes to prison, that's because it was for sure a fact. Oh yeah, man. He is fucked.
He's game. Yeah, it's over for him. So we'll see what happens to that dude and everything. But it's fucking what the fuck? The rapist is in a battered women's shelter. God damn, is he really? They're protecting this motherfucker. All right, well, fuck.
Whatever.
You kind of gotta you gotta protect him to make sure he gets the trial. So it makes sense.
I say you still going to court, homeboy. Still get your day in court. He just better fucking go to jail. Fuck.
Yeah, for sure, dude. All right, let me look at other news. Anything else? Anything you want to talk about? Bring up whatever, because like as usual, we just kind of show up and start talking.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on recently. What else is happening? Oh, Dana White and TKO, the whole fucking boxing league. What do you think about that?
Dude, how much fucking like memory space, whatever you want to call it, is on Dana White? Like, so here's the thing that and these a couple outlets blew this up, okay? Because is he not in there? Thank God. He was JK. Thank God. Cain did more time than Epstein, 100%. Yeah, I don't know where that is. No, I think he's on a bill. Anyway, regardless, moving on from that story. The fuck me, my brain just went into shit. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, TKO. So Dana's managing the boxing thing for Trick Out the Sheik, right? And that's how that's gonna go. I'm sure he's getting paid really good, or he's got stock in it, whatever the fuck he wants, he wants to, or his deal was with that. But somebody else took this quote wrong. Gabriel Gonzalez from Cageside Press, one of our guys, asked Dana White about, can you still run the UFC and run Power Slap and run boxing and all the other shit you do? And Dana said basically, we'll find out. Some people clipped that question super short, making it sound like Dana's thinking that he might be done with the UFC this year. We'll find out if I'm still going to be doing UFC. If you think Dana is going to go all in on the boxing thing and bail on UFC, you're kidding. Like, he didn't even do that for Power Slap.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even do it for Power Slap. So,
No.
So yeah, it's silly. It's silly overall. But it's got me curious. I'm intrigued as fuck. When all these other promoters are talking about it, like all these other promoters are talking about it. Oscar De La Hoya is doing clapback Fridays, I guess now. But he's doing the clapback Thursday shit about that. When everyone else is talking, they're a little nervous. They're at least a little nervous that these might fucking work. Do I think it's gonna work the same? If you're doing a UFC model of Pain? No, I don't think so. Maybe with the young guys. But I don't think you're not gonna be able to do that with a Canelo or a Terrence Crawford or anybody else. But I'm intrigued, dude. I want to see if it. I just want to sit there and watch and see if it works. Because I'm just like, dude, let's see if he pulls this off. If he pulls this off, he already could be. You could argue that him as one of the top, if not the top. He's easily the greatest MMA promoter ever. That's easy. Just overall, he could be in the conversation if he's not already as the greatest promoter of all time in anything. He pulls this off with boxing. Shit. How do you argue it?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, again, and it's such a vague question. It's like, what does that even mean to pull it off, right? Like, I mean, but yes, to your point, I'm extremely intrigued. I hope they have success just because boxing has the stars to be fucking compelling. But there was a long time there where it wasn't compelling because the cute cocksuckers that were controlling the sport were so fucking goddamn greedy that they just would not let the big fights happen. Yeah. Introduced fucking Turkey Al-Sheikh, and he literally just starts fucking footing the bill to make some of these things happen. But then we get these great fights, and we're like, oh, fucking A, man. Like, boxing can still fucking captivate the masses with the right fights being made. You know what I mean? Like, point blank. And across various weight divisions, from fucking heavyweight to whatever the fuck weight division Gervonta Davis fights at, to whatever the fuck weight division Canelo fights at, because nobody fucking knows what the fuck is going on with boxing's weight divisions. That's another thing. Yeah. Oh, why on earth do we need 37 weight divisions? I would love to see that. Like, I don't even know what Canelo fights at, or what Terrence Crawford usually fights at, or what Errol Spence fights at, or where they're moving up or down from. It's such a fucking chaotic shit. And I enjoy boxing. I try to pay attention, but it's like every pound and a half, there's a new weight division. And if I'm exaggerating, it's like literally every 2.5 to 3.5 pounds. And that's not an exaggeration. It's a fucking super gentle mother flyweight. And then the fucking, it's and then you got all these other different fucking leagues. It's just a fucking shit show, man. But if you could get guys like Canelo and Terrence Crawford and fucking Alexander Usyk, these just sort of like, Alexander Usyk is the heavyweight fucking champion. Heavyweight is this fucking weight range. Like, it would be, boxing could be fucking amazing. They just need to do a couple things. They need to make these guys fight each other, and again, whittle down some of these goddamn weight divisions. Oh yeah, I mean, I know weight cutting in MMA is a bit of a problem, but all due respect, so the fuck what? At least it's an easy sport to follow. There's a reason why, fucking generally speaking, so many more people watch MMA than fucking boxing. And even people that do watch boxing, have them sit down and explain the weight divisions to you and who's the champion here, fucking there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
Your average hardcore MMA fan can tell you every champion in the UFC.
Yeah.
Right on. Fuck, I can tell you damn near every champion in the UFC, and I'm half a fucking hardcore fan anymore. Yeah. Boxing, it's almost impossible to list all those cocksuckers off, even if you're a fucking fan of the sport.
Yeah, and the thing with it too is I can only name the fighters I
would love to see.
You know what I mean? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I probably have a fucking horrible lag. My internet connection is fucking legendary.
Yeah. Perla says Dana is the Vince McMahon of combat sports. I don't think Dana could even afford Jake Paul. Damn. I mean, not that he would get him, but still. All right. Real quick, we'll go through, just talk about LFA coming up here on Friday. We actually have interviews coming out with a couple of guys here. Main event, Keegan Gamrich against Jean-Paul Lebosnoyani. Jean-Paul is jiu-jitsu royalty. His father trained under Helio Gracie. His father trained Hoist Gracie. I'm talking about Nono Lebosnoyani. This kid has been trained. He's been training with legends his whole life. His jiu-jitsu game is insane. He's got so many accomplishments that it'd be easy for me to read what he hasn't done. So this kid's set to go on a 2-fight win streak. Should be 6 if it wasn't for the fight that he lost due to a cut the ref called it. So it's gonna be a hell of a main event. You could say Jean-Paul's probably gonna go after the UFC with the win here, but we have his interview coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Alvin Hines, Billy Ray Valdez in the co-main event. Adik Lorenz against Starling Simmons. Joey Hart, you guys know him from Contender Series last season, week 6. Talked to him earlier today. That one comes out tomorrow as well. The kid is ready to go. He's primed on a 2-fight losing streak, but he's got Omoyele Gonzalez to get his redemption against. And then Stephen Asplin against Raiden Kovac. Stephen Asplin got that one coming out tomorrow as well. He went from 500 pounds to 250 that he's at now. Dude lost a ton of weight. You could see it. What's up, boy, man? He gonna get, you gotta get the extra skin cut off and stuff, I'm sure. But he's a hell of a dude. He's so much fun to talk to. That interview is coming out tomorrow as well. Martin Camillo against Perry Stargill. Tanner Tremblay against Kyle Zimic. Santos Berdinez against Timothy Bender. I mean, you got just bangers up and down these cards. If you're not watching LFA, if you're not watching PFL, I don't blame you. If you're watching LFA, if you're not watching LFA, you're fucking up. Okay, a lot of ththese cats go to the UFC. So if you want to get an early jump of some of these next guys making it to and girls making it to the next level, make it happen. Parallels, the Caesar Gracie isn't a Gracie. He's not. He's an adopted Gracie. That's how it goes.
That's true.
It happens with a lot of those guys. But anyway, anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
No, I think that's it. Is it? I don't think there's been nothing too crazy that's happened lately. Obviously, the biggest news is the upcoming event this weekend. But yeah, I guess that's about it.
All right, we're gonna make the attempt here. Good attempt at every Monday. Every Monday coming back to this shit. And so Mondays, Keyboard Warriors. Wednesdays, Combat Connection with Brett Cagle. All kinds of shit coming out this week. We got LFA interviews coming out tomorrow. We got PFL Media Day coming out on Wednesday. We got UFC 314 Media Day coming out on Wednesday. Jay Anderson in Miami for UFC. Brett Cagle in Orlando for PFL from the Universal Studios. And I'm going to get no sleep this week. That's how that goes. So all good. No big deal. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Shout out to everyone who tuned in. Santiago, appreciate you, man. Hasta la próxima. Parallels, even Rick Allen who jumped in today. Appreciate you as well for just tuning in, brother. Catch you guys on the next one for the entire team. We love the heck fuck out of you guys. Myself, Fred Kirby, Jay Anderson, everyone on the team. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Good night and good night, Wilshire.